Attention! Your heart is sending signals that cannot be ignored. There are 7 signs and symptoms that can indicate a sick heart, and many go unnoticed. Are you feeling tired, have chest pains, or other discomforts? These are warnings your body is giving you. Stay here and find out how to recognize these warning signs before the problem gets worse. Do you want to know if your heart is really healthy, or if there might be a problem that hasn't yet been detected? Stay with me, and let's discover together some surprising signs that can appear in your body when your heart isn't working properly. Maintaining good heart health is very important, and our body often gives us warnings that something isn't right. We just need to know how to recognize these signs. I'm going to share with you 7 signs that indicate possible heart problems and give you valuable tips for maintaining cardiovascular health. So, please like and share this content with your loved ones, because the information you'll find here could be essential for the health of many people. Why is heart health so important? The heart is the organ that pumps blood and oxygen to all the cells in the body. If it's not working properly, various parts of the body begin to suffer the consequences, from the brain to the feet. Cardiovascular diseases such as heart attacks, heart failure, and strokes are the main causes of death in many countries, including our own. Every year, around 18 million people die in the world due to heart problems, representing approximately 32% of global deaths. In our country, for example, it is estimated that around 100,000 people lose their lives every year from these causes, an average of 280 people a day. These figures show how important it is to be aware of the signals our bodies give us and to seek help when necessary. So before we go any further, how about making sure this information reaches as many people as possible? Click on the share button and send this content to friends and family. Let's spread this knowledge so that more people can take care of their own health. Let's take a look at the 7 main warning signs you need to know. 1. Frank's sign in the ear. Have you ever heard of Frank's sign? This is a curious visual sign that can appear in the ear and may be related to heart problems. It was identified in 1970 by Dr. Frank, who noticed a diagonal line or wrinkle in the earlobe of many patients who suffered from chest pains and other heart conditions. This sign is still a mystery to science, but it is believed to be linked to premature aging of the arteries and the presence of atherosclerosis, accumulation of fat in the arteries. Studies show that among people who have Frank's sign, around 70% may have a problem with the coronary arteries, the arteries that feed the heart, or the carotid arteries, the arteries that carry blood to the brain. This means that if you or someone you know has this line in their earlobe, it might be a good idea to see a doctor. Remember that this sign is not definitive and does not necessarily indicate heart disease, but it does serve as a warning, especially in younger people. 2. Loss of hair on the legs. Another important sign that something might be wrong with the heart is hair loss on the lower legs, especially the ankles and calves. This occurs when blood circulation is impaired, as the lack of blood flow prevents the hair follicles from receiving the nutrients necessary for hair growth. In some cases, poor circulation can affect not only the health of the hair, but also the general appearance of the skin on the legs, which can become pale, cold, and shiny. This is a more common sign in advanced cases of peripheral vascular disease, where the arteries in the legs are blocked by plaques of fat or calcium. As well as hair loss, look out for other signs in the legs, such as pain when walking, which improves when you rest, known as claudication. If you notice these signs, make an appointment with a doctor to assess the circulation and check for any problems with the arteries. 3. Xanthelasma. The yellow balls on the eyelids. Have you ever seen a person with a kind of yellow ball on their eyelids? This ball, known as xanthelasma, is an accumulation of fat under the skin, especially in the eye area. It is more common in middle-aged women, but can occur in anyone. Studies show that approximately 50% of people who have xanthelasma have high levels of cholesterol in their blood. This is because excess cholesterol can accumulate in some areas of the body, including the eyelids, forming these small yellowish plaques. If you notice anything like this, consult a doctor for blood tests to check your cholesterol levels. These tests are important because high cholesterol is one of the biggest risk factors for heart disease. Maintaining a healthy diet and exercising are the best ways to keep cholesterol under control and avoid complications. Number 4. Senile arc in the eyes. Another sign that can indicate cardiovascular problems is the senile arc, a gray or whitish band that appears around the iris, the colored part of the eye. Senile arc is more common in older people, especially over 60, but it can also appear in younger adults. Senile arc occurs due to the accumulation of lipids, fats, in the outer layer of the cornea. Although it doesn't cause vision problems, it can indicate high levels of cholesterol and triglycerides in the blood. If you notice this whitish ring in a young person, this is an important sign to get tested for cholesterol and seek medical advice. Number 5. Cyanosis. Blue skin and lips. Cyanosis is a symptom that manifests itself as a bluish or purplish color on the skin, nails, or lips, caused by a lack of oxygen in the blood. This can happen because of circulation problems or because the heart is unable to pump blood properly throughout the body. When the blood doesn't carry enough oxygen to the tissues, some parts of the body, especially the extremities, such as the fingers and lips, can turn this color. Cyanosis can also indicate lung problems, but if it is associated with other cardiac symptoms, such as shortness of breath and tiredness, it is important to seek medical help immediately. Let's take a quick break to remind you of something important. If these warning signs are catching your attention, please like this video and share it with your loved ones. These signs, if identified in time, can save lives. So be part of this chain of good and share. 6. Non-healing leg ulcers. Wounds or ulcers that take a long time to heal, especially on the legs, can be a sign of poor circulation. This is because when the arteries are blocked, the blood cannot easily reach the more distant parts of the body, such as the feet and toes. These ulcers can indicate a condition called peripheral arterial disease, which occurs when the arteries in the legs are blocked. As well as being painful, these sores can lead to infections and other serious complications if they are not treated in time. If you notice that you have sores on your legs that take a long time to heal, it's important to see a doctor. Number 7. Swelling in the feet and ankles. Swelling in the feet and ankles can be a sign that the heart is having trouble pumping blood back into the body. When the heart isn't working properly, blood can pool in the veins of the legs, causing swelling. This swelling usually gets worse towards the end of the day and can be aggravated when you stand or sit for a long time. If you notice that your shoes are getting tighter or that your socks leave strong marks on your ankles, pay attention. This swelling could indicate heart or even kidney problems and should be assessed by a professional. Prevention is the best medicine. Now that you know these warning signs, it's also important to know how to take care of your heart health. I'm going to share some essential tips for keeping your heart strong and healthy. 1. Eat a balanced diet. A balanced diet is the foundation of heart health. Choose fresh natural foods such as fruit, vegetables, lean meats, whole grains, and low-fat dairy products. These foods are rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber, which help reduce bad cholesterol, LDL, and protect the arteries. Avoid ultra-processed foods such as cookies, snacks, soft drinks, and other industrialized items. These products are generally rich in trans and saturated fats, sugar, and sodium, which increase blood pressure and contribute to the buildup of plaques in the arteries. By prioritizing a healthy diet, you keep your body nourished and reduce the risk of cardiovascular disease. Extra tip: try replacing salt with natural herbs and spices such as garlic, basil, turmeric, and black pepper. This brings more flavor to dishes and reduces sodium intake. 2. Exercise. Physical exercise is one of the heart's greatest allies. As well as strengthening the heart muscle, it improves blood circulation, helps control blood pressure, and regulates cholesterol levels. Daily walks, strength exercises such as weight training, and aerobic activities such as running, swimming, or cycling are all excellent for keeping your heart in shape. The important thing is to find an activity you enjoy and do it regularly. Start with small goals, such as 30 minutes of walking a day, and increase the intensity as you feel ready. If possible, consult a physical education professional to help you develop a safe and effective training plan. Fun fact: studies show that exercising regularly can reduce the risk of heart disease by up to 50%. So remember, Moving is not just a question of aesthetics, but a way of looking after your heart and improving your quality of life. Sleep well. Sleep is essential for the proper functioning of the heart and the entire body. During sleep, the body reduces levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, which helps to relax the cardiovascular system. Lack of sleep can lead to a number of problems, such as increased blood pressure, weight gain, and increased glucose, all of which have a negative impact on heart health. Try to sleep between 7 and 9 hours a night. Create a sleep routine, always going to bed and waking up at the same times. Avoid stimulants such as caffeine and electronic devices before bed, as they can disrupt the quality of your sleep. Tip: try relaxing practices before bed, such as meditation, reading, or warm baths. A good night's sleep is like a recharger for the heart and helps keep stress levels under control. 4. Reduce stress. Stress is one of the biggest villains of heart health. When we are stressed, our body releases hormones such as cortisol and adrenaline, which increase blood pressure and speed up the heart rate. In the long term, these effects can overload the heart and increase the risk of cardiovascular disease. It is essential to create moments of relaxation and activities that provide well-being and help control stress. This could be reading a book, listening to music, practicing yoga, or even spending time with loved ones. Another effective practice is meditation. It helps calm the mind and promotes emotional balance. Important: recognizing and managing stress doesn't mean eliminating all problems, but learning to respond more calmly to them. Taking deep breaths, pausing, and reassessing the situation before reacting are important steps to avoid excessive stress. 5. Avoid smoking and moderate alcohol. Smoking is one of the heart's biggest enemies. Cigarettes damage the arteries, reduce blood flow, and significantly increase the risk of heart disease and stroke. Quitting smoking is one of the best decisions you can make for your heart health, and the sooner, the better. With regard to alcohol, the ideal is to consume it in moderation. Excessive alcohol consumption increases blood pressure, alters the heart rhythm, and can cause arrhythmias and heart failure. Moderate consumption of red wine, for example, can even be beneficial for the heart, but this should be done sparingly. Ideally, you should consult a doctor to find out how much you should drink and whether it's safe for you. Tip: for those who are trying to quit smoking, seek support from friends, family, or help groups. The process can be difficult, but the health benefits are immeasurable. Number 6. See your doctor regularly. Regular medical checkups are essential to prevent problems before they get worse. Checkups help identify risk factors such as hypertension, high cholesterol, and diabetes, which are silent and can lead to heart disease if left untreated. Even if you feel healthy, routine checkups can reveal important information about your cardiovascular health. Talk to your doctor and get basic tests, such as an electrocardiogram, cholesterol test, glucose test, and blood pressure measurement. This is even more important if you have a family history of heart disease, as genetic factors can increase the risk. For those who already have a family history or risk factors, the frequency of appointments can be increased, as monitoring helps to prevent the condition from worsening and to control symptoms effectively. Finally, one last invitation. If this content has been useful, please like and share it so that more people know how to recognize the signals the body gives. Often, small attitudes and simple knowledge can make all the difference to someone's health. Also, leave your comments or questions and share if you've experienced any of these symptoms. Your story could help other people to be